Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi has embarked on his first tour of Africa, which the country aims to use to expand political and economic relations across the continent. President Raisi departed the Iranian capital, Tehran, on Tuesday for a trip that will take him to Kenya, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. It is the first time an Iranian president will visit Africa in 11 years. Iran's foreign ministry spokesman Nasser Kanani told journalists that Africa is a continent of opportunities ready to engage with Iran, and the country is eager to reciprocate. Now, 5 people have been sentenced to life in prison by a court in eastern Libya after they were convicted of human trafficking over the death of 11 migrants and refugees. The Office of Libya's chief prosecutor says the migrants were on a rickety boat trying to cross the Mediterranean to Europe. The court also sentenced 9 other defendants to 15 years in prison each, and 24 suspect others were jailed for a year. A statement by the Office of Libya's chief prosecutor says the defendants were part of a network smuggling people from Libya to Europe. The court ruling is the latest in Libya that targets traffickers. On the flip side, it's a different story in South Africa. Bullets and the guns are not flying across cities, but very cold weather arising from climate change has begun a sweeping move through some axes of the country. People woke up to snow and sleet in South Africa's biggest city, Johannesburg, for the first time in over a decade. South Africans are being warned to keep warm as the cold weather registers itself across most parts of the nation. The weather is expected to continue throughout the week. The Spanish Coast Guard says it has rescued 86 people from a boat off the Canary Islands that had been spotted earlier in the day by a rescue plane. A plane and ship were dispatched to initially search for a fishing vessel from Senegal that had about 200 people on board and had been missing for nearly 2 weeks. But its spokesperson said the rescue service found 86 people on board, and only a further investigation would show where it sailed from. Today is World Population Day. It is designed by the United Nations to focus attention on the urgency and importance of population issues, including their relations to the environment and human development. According to the United Nations, over the past 12 months, the world saw 2 significant population milestones. First, in November 2022, the global population officially hit 8 billion people, and India surpassed China to become the world's most populous country. While the world's population continues to grow, the rate of its growth is actually slowing. Earlier this year, South Korea once again smashed its own record for the world's lowest fertility rate, while other countries across Asia, including Japan and China, also recorded their lowest birth rates. Back here in Nigeria, a vessel with about 150,000 liters of crude oil has been arrested in Delta State, south of the country, and has now been handed over to the Nigerian Navy by Tantita Security Services in partnership with other security agencies. The commander, Joint Task Force South-South Operation Delta Safe, Olusegun Ferreira, told journalists that the arrest is in line with the mandate of the Nigerian Chief of Naval Staff to end illegal oil activities in the creek of the Niger Delta region. Joseph Kunde has details.
Sailing at the Oporosa axis of the Escavos River in Delta State, this vessel, with an imposter identity, Tura-2, but originally known as Ali Razi, is reported to have been operating illegally in the nation's territorial waters since 2013. Laden with about 150,000 metric tons of illegally refined oil, is seized for crude oil theft.
We had credible information from our partners in progress, our private surveillance companies that have worked in synergy with forces of Operation Delta Safe. So on Friday, largely based on credible intelligence, that this vessel, MT Tura-2, was involved in theft of crude oil from an abandoned wellhead off the coast of Escravos, and the vessel was promptly arrested.
Being paraded are 12 members on board, comprising 11 Nigerians and a Ghanaian.
I don't know they are going to load crude oil. So when he took us there, by loading it, and I called my people that this is what is happening here. And my boss said I should leave there. So on my going back to my anchor position, I come across a Tantita security.
He just got a bunch of intelligent guys that manipulated and changed his name in various international electronic platforms as Tura 2. From then, it started operating illegally in several waters, right from Cameroon to Ghana, but mainly loading in Nigeria for even STS operations to ships that are foreign. Our own job is provision of intelligence, both electronic and human, to the government security agencies whom we worked with and whom we continue to work with and whom have done very, very well to bring this ship to book after nearly 1 decade.
The Tantita Security Services, in collaboration with the security agencies, confirmed that the arrested vessel will be set ablaze on the 11th of July this year. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Oporoza.